themselves right now, please. We'll let you speak in a while, but please mute yourself. If anyone's having a technical or connection difficulty, they can contact our Burlington Information Specialist, John Vernon, and his number is 336-513-5440, and John can help you with support if you need any tonight. If you want to make a public comment, you are to address the commission by using the raise hand feature on Zoom, or if you're on the phone, you can press *9, and the meeting host will notify me that you would like to speak. Anyone who speaks must give their name and address for the record. I'd like to confirm that all commission members and staff members on the agenda are present, and so we're going to do a roll call. And to do that, you'll unmute yourself and say that you're here, and this will be for our record. Now, I don't know if everybody's been on one of these Zoom meetings before, but the easiest way to unmute yourself is just to hit the space bar. If you're on a computer, just touch your space bar, and it will temporarily unmute you. You don't have to, keep going back and forth to that little mute button. So if you've got a computer, just hit the space bar, and you can talk. So let's have our roll call. Richard Parker, I'm here. John Black.
Here.
James Kirkpatrick.
Here.
Nicole Enoch.
Here.
Ryan Kirk.
Here.
Did Nancy ever make it? Nancy Rosenberg Barrow. All right. Peter McClellan. I think he's here.
Peter's on there. He's muted.
I'm here.
Okay, thank you, Peter. Earl Jaggers.
I'm here. I don't know whether you can see me or not. I'm under my wife's name.
We got you, Earl. Thanks for being here. Bill Applenapp.
Here.
Okay, all are present and accounted for. Now, staff members, let's see if our staff members are present at this meeting. Mike Nunn.
Here.
Okay. Zoning Director Joey Lee.
I'm here.
Okay. As you know, the Planning and Zoning Commission is comprised of 7 regular members and 4 alternates. They are appointed by elected officials. It takes 4 members to constitute a quorum. So luckily we got plenty of that for tonight. We got plenty for a quorum. So this is a public meeting. So if you want to speak to this meeting, you certainly have a chance. So we'll go to the first item of business is to nominate and elect a 2021 chairman and co-chair. Do I have a nomination for a commission chair?
I nominate Richard Parker.
Okay. Are there any other nominations for chairman of the board, chairman of the commission? Okay. All in favor of Richard Parker being chairman, say aye.
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 Okay.
It's open every day, Monday through Friday, but it's for curbside service.
Now it would be co-chair. Do I have a nomination for co-chairman?
I nominate John Black for vice chairman. Or is it, so it's a co-chair instead of a vice chair?
Yeah, it's a co-chair, they call it, yeah. Thank you,
Okay.
Ryan.
Second, if it's needed.
All right, thank you, James. Any other nominations for co-chair? All right, all in favor, show your hands in favor of John Black. Say aye.
Aye.
Okay. John, congratulations. Another term as co-chair. Appreciate it. And now we'll approve the minutes of the meeting on February the 24th. 2020. That was our last meeting. Do I hear a motion to approve the minutes?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Nobody's opposed. Okay, great. Whoever wrote those minutes did a great job. It's a pretty long set of minutes, but I appreciate all the work somebody did to put those together. Our next item is a presentation by Mr. John Burton. He wants to make an application to rezone from light industrial district to general business district. Property is located at 2307 Eric Lane. Reference on Alamance County Tax Map Identification Number 120491.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
before we get into that, if you would, I believe Mike Nunn has something he wants to say.
Yes, I'm sorry, Mike. I skipped over that. It wasn't printed on my agenda. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Go ahead.
no, that's no problem at all. Just before we get started, but again, I want to thank everybody for joining us on Zoom, and it has been a while since we've seen you. And to the new members, I'm the Director of Planning and Transportation. I wanted to take a second to introduce you to one of our staff members, since we haven't seen you face-to-face in a while. Conrad Ometo is on the phone call with us, and he is our new planning manager. But Conrad's been with us. He came in as our current planner, and he's been with us since I think it's August of 2019. So just not too long of a while, but he's moved from current planner to planning manager. And I wanted to share his background with you. As you know, we're trying to build depth in the planning department with our planning staff. We're very fortunate that we do have a long range position and we have a short range planning position. Conrad filled that short range planning, and what the short range planner did was more day-to-day development, technical review committee items, and then worked heavily with Joey as far as getting things that needed to be rezoned, working with him. But Conrad comes to us with over 12 years of experience. He got started out in California, started in Apple Valley, California, actually in 2006, and then moved on to Colorado Springs, Colorado, where he did similar to what he's done here. He began as a current planner, and then moved on to a long range planner and handled their entire comprehensive plan update for Colorado Springs, that being a much larger area, about 500,000 people. So we're glad to have him here on the East Coast. He wanted to move this way. He's enjoyed his time here so far. He's put some roots down into Burlington. He will be supervising long range, short range, zoning enforcement, and zoning code, subdivision administration, and then code enforcement. So we've got him heavily involved in all those factors. You'll see him around more, and I want him to continue being at these meetings with us. And if you ever have any questions, like all of us, you're always welcome to call us or email any of us to answer any questions you have about a zoning case, or you're out in the community. As I encourage all my commission members on other commissions, if you see something or have a question about something, please check it out with us. We have so many eyeballs out in the community as well, but if you see things or have questions, don't ever hesitate to call, and just want to add Conrad as another resource for you, and let him say a few words, and we'll move along.
Thank you, Mike. Just want to say hello, and thank you, Mr. Chairman, for the time, and for all the commissioners, all the volunteer time that you guys are putting to make Burlington a better place. I sincerely appreciate the time and effort that's involved in being a part of these commissions. And a big thanks to, the whole team's been working real hard, remote. Joey's, we're transitioning to Zoom, and Joey's got a good agenda, and he's working fast to get these items to you all. So if you have any questions, like Mike said, don't hesitate to reach out to staff. We're here to help you guys and to help make the city a better place, and looking forward to working with everyone. So thank you again.
Thank you, Conrad, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you at our meeting. So if we ever get back on City Hall, hope that'll be sometime soon. I miss seeing everybody in person. So is that all, Joey? Is that clear now? Can we go ahead and have a presentation by Mr. Burton?
Yes, sir. You're good to go.
Okay. This is a straight rezoning, as you know, so there'll be no questions about any development ideas. So as we get started here, Mr. Burton, I'll turn it over to you and ask you to present to us what you have in mind here.
Well, good evening. I want to thank Joey for helping us get through this process. Joey's been very helpful in trying to get us in the right order on this property we're looking at purchasing. We're supposed to purchase this property probably in the next 30 to 60 days, probably more 30. And we didn't know that it was light industrial when we put the contract in, but obviously it is. And we would like to go to general business, which gives us a more versatile who we can lease it to. Right now, it was a Bob Evans 10 years ago. It's set up for a restaurant now, but the way it's zoned, we couldn't even put a sit-down restaurant in the way the zoning is now, unless you have a drive-through. So, so that's one reason that we want to see if we can get the rezoned to a general business district. I mean, it just gives us more versatile, to be more versatile who we can lease it to. We do have some prospective tenants that are willing to lease the property. And so we think general business district would be the best for the property. I don't know why it was rezoned industrial. I don't even know when it was rezoned, but it doesn't matter. I mean, but like I say, we'd like to get rezoned where we can be more versatile who we can lease it to.
Okay. There seems to be a little interference running around with somebody over there. Can you make sure all your mics are muted so that we don't have any background interference? So with that, are there any questions now from the board as to the desire to change this zoning to general business? So you want to have any questions about this? Sounds pretty straightforward, Mr. Burton.
It's good.
No. Mm-hmm. So does anybody have any questions? Nobody has any questions, it looks like.
Well, I would like to have one question. Well, first of all, if it's approved, our next step would be to go to the city council. Is that right?
That's correct, yeah.
Is it possible that you might not have the answer on this, but is it possible we can be on the meeting for September on the city council?
Maybe the second one, John. They have to give a public notice of these things, and
right.
So the first one, it wouldn't be enough time between now and the first meeting. But there isn't a first meeting in September, is there, Joey? The next meeting will be September 17th or so.
15th.
September 15th, first meeting has been canceled. So we will go in September on the 15th.
On the 15th, John.
Good.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Our commission is just an advisory commission. We advise the city council, but they're the ones who actually rezone the property. We have no power to rezone. We just advise.
Well,
right.
The quicker the better, so I really can't close out on the loan until we get it resolved.
Sure. Well, they'll get you on as quick as they can.
All right.
So do I have a motion about this proposal? Has anyone got a motion for the floor? Unmute yourself, Mr. Black.
Joey, have you received, excuse me, Mr. Chairman, Joey, have you received any calls or any questions on this?
No, sir, I have not.
And the staff's recommendation?
The land use plan calls for the area to be regional commercial. The property is contiguous to commercial property. It is within a commercial development, and staff is recommending the request for the rezoning.
Thank you.
So do I hear a motion to concerning this matter?
Guess
Go ahead,
I'll
Ryan.
read, I'll read it. I move we recommend approval of this request to rezone from LI Light Industrial District to GB General Business District. Property is located at 2307 Eric Lane, referenced as Alamance County Tax Identification Number 120491. Motion is based upon the consistency of the proposed rezoning with the comprehensive plan and that the future land use map in section 4, land use of the comprehensive plan calls for the area to have commercial uses. The request is compatible with the adjacent GB General Business District. This action is reasonable and in the public interest, and that the comprehensive plan calls for commercial uses in the area. The request is compatible with the existing zoning and land uses in the area. I think
Second.
that's on here.
Thank you, Mr. Kirk and Mr. Kirkpatrick. So we have a motion and a second. So I think we're ready to vote. Show of hands, all in favor of approving this, say aye.
Aye.
Raise your hand. Okay. I think we're unanimous, Joey. So the motion is approved, Mr. Burton. So next step is City Council. Make your presentation to them, and they'll consider it on the 15th.
Well, am I automatically on the agenda for the city council? Or do I have to? What do I have to do?
It would automatically be placed on the agenda and you'll be notified, just like you were this meeting.
Okay,
Yeah.
John.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh,
Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Okay. Joey, is there any other business to come before this commission?
No, sir.
Anybody have any comments, questions? I missed everybody. I'd be glad we get back together again on the City Hall floor. It's good to see y'all, at least by Zoom. And until next time, we'll adjourn. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Okay, motion to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
So we're adjourned. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.